Welcome to the WION podcast, where we explore fascinating stories and ideas from various fields. In this episode, we explore what the Sunset Clause means in international trade and why countries want it included in trade deals with the United States under President Trump. It's a small provision with major global implications. India is likely to seek a sunset clause in its proposed interim trade agreement with the United States, mirroring a provision included in the recent trade arrangement between the European Union and the US. The move comes as countries negotiating trade deals with Washington increasingly seek safeguards against future policy changes. The discussion follows a recent decision by the European Parliament to include a sunset clause in legislation implementing the tariff provisions of the EU-US trade arrangement. Under the provision, the agreement will automatically expire on December 31, 2029, unless both sides agree to extend it. A sunset clause is a provision in an international trade agreement that sets an automatic expiry date unless all participating countries explicitly agree to renew it. While free trade agreements have traditionally remained in force indefinitely, countries negotiating with the administration of US President Donald Trump are increasingly insisting on such clauses as a protective mechanism. Countries negotiating trade agreements with the United States say they face uncertainty because of Washington's frequent use of unilateral tariffs, including Section 301 and Section 232 measures, as well as changing trade policies. Instead of committing to a permanent arrangement, governments are seeking a sunset clause that provides an automatic exit if the agreement is no longer beneficial. The provision is intended to prevent a situation where trading partners reduce their own trade barriers while continuing to face new tariffs imposed by the United States. It also creates an opportunity to reassess the agreement after a fixed period instead of requiring a politically difficult termination process. Supporters of the approach describe it as a defensive safeguard that allows governments to protect their domestic industries while maintaining flexibility in future trade negotiations. The European Parliament recently incorporated the Turnberry Trade Framework with the United States into law and attached a sunset clause covering tariff concessions on industrial and agricultural goods. The provision requires those concessions to expire on December 31, 2029, unless both sides decide to renew the arrangement. The European Union said that because Trump's trade policies are fluid, it makes no sense to have legislation based on an unfair deal forever. The legislation also requires a comprehensive review by the middle of 2029 before any extension can be approved. A similar mechanism was introduced by the Trump administration during the renegotiation of the North American Free Trade Agreement. The resulting United States-Mexico-Canada agreement included a 16-year sunset clause along with a mandatory joint review every 6 years. Supporters say sunset clauses offer three main advantages. They give countries leverage by preventing the United States from securing long-term market access while imposing separate tariffs, provide a safety mechanism if domestic industries are hurt by American imports, and allow a review of the agreement in 2029 at the end of the current political cycle in Washington. Thanks for tuning into this incredible story. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more captivating stories to come. Stay tuned.